Aeroméxico Sky Team member. Appreciate you flying with us today.
It's time for us to board our flight to Puerto Escondido. So the flight took around an hour and a half, and we boarded just in time for this beautiful, magnificent sunset. Even though it's 6 p.m. in Puerto Escondido, it's 28 degrees and it feels like 30 because it's really, really, really humid. And you can also see the sea. Really beautiful airport actually. So when you exit the airport, there will be a lot of people offering taxis, but there are also official taxi services there. But we hired a car actually, and we didn't hire it from one of the large international companies like Europcar and Hertz. We hired it from a small local company. So basically, upon arrival, we had to call the guy, and he would basically meet us. So that's what Jose is doing at the moment. And I'm not sure how long we have to wait, maybe like 10 minutes or so. Maybe late, maybe more. So the car we actually drove in is the car we're gonna get. Agency really small, like basically brought us to like a restaurant or something. So unless you're a Mexican or a fluent Spanish speaker, I probably recommend you to get a car from the airport from one of the larger agencies, because this is a slightly strange experience, but for us it's fine because I mean obviously Pepe is from Mexico and they're currently chatting Spanish, and we have also another person with us which is Pepe's friend, so it's kind of safe for us and they know what's happening. I mean, it is a legit company though. I mean, they have a website and everything. It's kind of a strange experience. So if you want a very straightforward one, just go to the airport and get a car there. So we finally solved all the questions and complications with the car. We got this quite old Toyota, so apparently we were promised a 2021 Opel Versa, but we got like a 2005, maybe 2007 Toyota, but a large one. So I don't know what's better, but well, alright, it's just gonna be 3 days and we are going to our hotel now. It's just a very short, like 7-8 minute drive. We arrived. Our hotel had a lot of parking spots in front of it. We were staying at a hotel called Selina, which is a hotel slash hostel.
What? I think I'm weak already for
So we just arrived at the hotel and we are currently waiting for a check-in. The check-in experience was actually pretty terrible, to be honest, because first of all, they couldn't find our booking. Then once they found it, they told us that we need to pay a full amount for the booking, which we already did 2 months before, because we booked through Expedia, and on Expedia you need to pay right away. When they found out that we actually paid, they told us that they don't have a room for us. They only have a room for 1 night, and then we would need to pack our things, check out and move to another room. To which we said categorically no, that won't happen because we booked 2 months in advance and there were so many rooms available back then that it's not our problem. So they just gave us a room in the end. Came to eat in a restaurant that is located just in front our hotel. And here is a dog that just randomly came to us and decided to sleep here.
Okay. Para brindar sola la botella. Privacidad. I don't like it.
After the dinner, we decided to go for a walk and experience the nightlife of Puerto Escondido. We found a nice bar called Bar Brujas, a witch bar, and it was pretty cool. It was really, really good.
¿Qué tal? Ah, también te diste morocha. Sí, justo no tienen esa. Sí, sentí que no la tenía, porque creo que sí.
Good morning, guys. We had the worst night's sleep possible. This hotel definitely needs some blankets because it's too hot to sleep without AC, it's too cold to sleep with AC, so it's kind of difficult to sleep at all, and that's what happened to us. So we only woke up around 7, we got out of bed at 7:20, and now we are meeting a friend at 8 in the lobby. We are heading to get a breakfast, and we're gonna go to a very beautiful beach after that. Honestly, I'm not sure why we decided to drive, because the breakfast spot was probably 10 minutes walking from our hotel, but I think in the beginning we wanted to go somewhere further away, but decided to stick to the place next to us. So we popped into a place called El Cafecito. It had so many reviews and it was also incredibly busy, but we entered and had more rooms inside, so it's probably the largest breakfast place I've ever seen. And yeah, the prices are super affordable, which is a really good thing. And they have a special breakfast menu, and the menu is massive.
What did you order?
Fruit salad.
Just fruit? Okay.
So we just finished our breakfast and went on a quest to find beach towels. So basically, unfortunately, our hotel didn't provide any, and I'm used to the fact that most of the souvenir shops sell those. You know, those kind of colorful beach towels with decorations like football clubs, anything of that kind. But unfortunately, it wasn't the case in Puerto Escondido. So we visited like 5 shops at least, and only found beach towels in one of them, and we bought 3 because we needed 3 of them, and yeah, it was something like 130 peso each, and they're really thin, but they're quite colorful, which is nice. Also, keep in mind that cash is the king in Puerto Escondido, and you need a lot of cash. Some restaurants allow you to pay by card, but they usually charge extra. So sometimes if you want to pay for something, you'll be charged 5% extra if you want to pay by debit or credit card. And they don't accept all the credit cards as well. So we already came all the way back to our hotel to ask where the ATM is. And they told us that we passed it. So now we are going back to where we parked the car, and we'll be more attentive looking around where the ATM is. Meantime, we also decided to check out the main beach of Puerto Escondido, the most famous Playa Cicatela or Cicatela beach. It's one of the best, if not the best, surfing beach in Mexico, and just look how beautiful it is. You can see the waves are huge there, so it's not possible to swim here, unfortunately at all. It's very dangerous, but it's nice to sit there and look at the waves. But we came to Puerto Escondido to swim and relax, so we found a swimming beach in the area. It's not too far, it's only about 7 minutes driving, and we are getting there now. So we arrived, we drove for about 8 minutes, maybe less, so pretty short drive. So we parked the car, and like everywhere in Mexico, you kind of need to pay someone on arrival or upon leaving. So we decided to pay when we leave, so I'll tell you later how much the parking was. We're currently heading to the beach. So the beach apparently doesn't have waves that are too big. It's possible to swim there, and it's also possible to learn how to surf. So a lot of people who don't know how to surf come here to learn, and the beach is supposed to be really beautiful. The only downside is you need to go loads of stairs, steps basically down to reach the beach, and it's especially difficult on the way back. So we ordered the coconuts. So these are basically like small restaurants, and a lot of people ordering dishes from there, but some people actually brought their own stuff with them. The beach is beautiful. Water temperature is really, really high, I'd say. I think it's like 29, maybe 30 degrees. The air temperature is even hotter. It's like 32 degrees, feels like 34 for sure because of the humidity. The waves are quite large though, so it's a bit difficult to swim. So I'd say it's still surfing beach, but it is possible to swim. A lot of people are swimming. So the sunbeds were actually something like 300 peso for 2 sunbeds and an umbrella for the entire day. We are next to the car, so it's 3 p.m. and it's time for us to go and grab something for lunch, something light, because we have a dinner booked at 7 p.m. in a really, really nice restaurant with a chef who used to work in Puyol, which is Mexico's best fine dining restaurant. But yeah, right now we have to drive a little bit back to where we were and have something light for lunch. The stairs, basically the ascents, I don't know, the stairs weren't as bad as they were described in the comments and the reviews. Yeah, I don't think it was difficult at all. I also promised to say how much the parking was, and it was around 40 pesos. We arrived to the place that was recommended to us by the hotel, La Marinera. Let's see if they have tables or serve food. Hopefully, yes.
¿No has oído nada de tus colegas del ITAM? ¿Se quedaron allá? ¿De trabajo? Ajá. It's like a carrot taco. El taco de sí. Eso no es normal. Igual están jugando. Hacen primero. ¿Quieres hacer primero? The heat, I think it's very cold here.
It's very
cold. It was
cold.
very fresh everywhere. Here it's quite, I don't know why. Forget it.
There's actually a really nice running track here, but it's a bit difficult because it combines asphalt with sand, so you have a 2-in-1 workout, which is a bit tougher. We ran 5k kilometers and without any stops. It was tough, but now we actually went up this tiny tower in Zicatela where you can see the really, really beautiful panorama of the beach.
Creo que estaba en 800 en su mesita, pero...
After a really nice breakfast, we decided to go on a small trip to the nearby towns. So Puerto Escondido is located next to a couple of famous beach towns. The first one is Mazunte and the next one is Zipolite. Zipolite is a very odd and hippie place, and we'll try to visit both. Luckily, they aren't too far away, so you don't need to wake up super early to get there. It's actually less than 1 hour driving to Mazunte, and the road is super easy and straightforward and very safe. So don't worry at all about driving there.
¿Cómo se llama? San Miguel. Maybe that side.
We drove for about 50 minutes and arrived to a town called Mazunte. Well, actually, we passed Mazunte. Mazunte is a town where a lot of expats live. There are a lot of Italian trattorias where, I don't know, actually this town is really popular with expats for some reason, and we've seen a lot of them while driving there, actually way more than in Puerto Escondido for some reason. But yeah, we were recommended this beach that is just after Mazunte called San Agustin as a good swimming beach, but unfortunately today is not a good swimming weather because the waves are huge. Nonetheless, it looks very, very beautiful. It's time for lunch for us. We arrived to a place called Zipolite, which is Mexico's most famous nudist beach. Apparently, we are not going to the nudist beach, but just so you know, that's the place if that's something that you are interested in. Are you sure it has micheladas? Huh? 1 liter?
Yeah. ¿O dónde? Aquí está. The beach is empty. They go back and
Wow, very busy.
Michelada, you like Vale, gracias. Y tienen como cola agria, ¿no?
Despite the fact that the waves were quite big, we actually managed to dig there, but we were really, really careful, and yeah, that's not advised. We booked a really cool activity near Mazunte. It's actually one of the most popular activities on the entire coast from Puerto Escondido to Mazunte, and it's basically freeing the tiny turtle, and honestly I have no idea what to expect from it, so we're gonna see together in about 7 minutes from now. We arrived to Ventanilla, and now we're gonna be looking for a person with whom we spoke on the phone. The turtle release. I think it's quite a big thing here. Look how many ducks there are. They're curious ducks. ¿Tienes?
Bueno, esta no, esta no. Sí está muy pro. La tuya está como
Carrying the turtles. And we will be releasing them soon. We have like 4 baskets, around 500 turtles in total. And not too many people, so we actually have to liberate a few. We paid 150 pesos per person, and this activity helps the local conservation of turtles. Basically, the volunteers are gathering the eggs turtles lay along the coast and relocate them to a special facility where they hatch. The turtles that hatch in the morning get released in the morning, and the ones that hatch in the afternoon, they have to wait until the release with tourists. So tourists pay money, and this money is paid to the people who work in the conservation center, and it helps conservation of turtles. It's a non-profit organization, and I really hope that it does help conservation of turtles. Also, if there were birds, if the birds were to catch the turtles on the way, we were not allowed to hit the birds or help the turtles at all. We just had. Also, we needed to leave them a few meters away from water, so they have the natural instincts activated, and they would remember the beach, and they would come back there in 15 years to lay their own eggs. We waited for the last turtle to enter water and decided to drive back to Zipolite because it was the closest place with loads of restaurants and bars around, and we were pretty hungry. It's our last day in Puerto Escondido. We are flying back today and we are actually heading to have breakfast now. Really interesting breakfast. After the breakfast, we headed back to the beach closest to our hotel, the Playa Zicatela, the one that is a non-swimming beach. Since we didn't have too much time left, we decided to just chill on the beach, get one of the sunbeds. Actually, there are so many restaurants with sunbeds, and you don't need to pay for the sunbeds. Basically, all you need is order something at the bar or at a restaurant, basically maybe buy a beer, and you can use the beds all day long. So that's it pretty much. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found some useful information about Puerto Escondido. I hope you end up visiting it at some point and you will love it like we did. And see you guys in the next video. Bye!